Hey everybody! It's the time of year again. Halloween, which means Scooby-Doo. This one is called Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the...
You can see it. Look,
I already showed the cover.
you can scribble that array.
Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire. Now, when I saw this movie, spoiler alert, I picked this one out. I pick out almost all the Scooby-Doo movies. When I picked this one out, I was wondering, like, I was wondering I was wondering, okay, why did I pick this movie? Because,
It's Halloween
well, I know that. I
and
know
vampires.
I pick out Scooby-Doo movies. But my question is, why did I pick this one out? And I was like, okay, I don't see why. There must be some reason. I mean, yeah, I follow people that are Australian and, um, hey, for review time, I'm gonna tweet this to you guys.
Ooh, we better
They're
do a good
Australian.
job.
All day, Matt. Welcome to the ball bay. I'm sorry. Um, so I was wondering, like, why did I pick this movie? Because the beginning it involves a vampire, and I'm like, okay, Scooby-Doo has encountered vampires before. Then they're on the then they're on a cruise ship, which
They solved that mystery.
they should. I'm like. I'm assuming this is just in canon with the first series, but they were on a cruise ship in the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries with Scrappy-Doo, but I guess they don't count that. Um,
Mm.
the intro part is kind of creative because it's the Scooby-Doo intro, but it's on a cruise ship. They don't do a lot with the intro being on a cruise ship, and I feel like they we saw another Scooby-Doo movie with Tim Conway, I think, where they were on a cruise. Maybe. I think they were on a ship. I remember a ship and I remember a Tim Conway movie. Ah, Was it was it Tim Conway or was it the other guy from Carol Burnett? Maybe it was Tim Conway.
Niall Wagner,
I don't know.
the other
Anyway,
guy.
okay. Anyway, um, so yeah, that mystery gets solved pretty quick. Honestly, it would have been cool if they'd spent more time on the ship. Um, this kind of goes back to Shaggy being a vegan, and the reason why was because Casey Kasem came back to voice the role as Shaggy, but he would only do that if Shaggy was guaranteed a vegan because Casey Kasem was now vegan, which explains why in the Scooby Doo Monsters Unleashed, Shaggy says, it says that it's a great time to cook up some eggplant burgers.
Mm.
Now, granted, when Casey Kasem passed away and Matthew Lillard took over the role, he's not vegan, so he was like, "Yeah, I'll eat meat. I eat meat. Why not? We're not going to offend Casey Kasem anymore. We're not going to hire him."
Okay.
So then they're in Australia. So then there's a surfing incident where them being on Shaggy and Scooby on a surfboard, or or was it just Scooby on the surfboard?
They were both on surfboards
But it was Scooby that was being attacked by the shark.
because Scooby was in the back.
That's a reference to the Scooby Doo show.
Okay.
It's a reference to that intro.
Ah,
Or maybe I'm just looking too deep into it. So anyway, they're on the beach. Fred is grilling up corn. Velma is looking up stuff in Australia, and Daphne is being ogled by people. Or being ogled by guys.
lifeguards.
Hmm. And
Till the shark came in, then they kind of picked away.
fortunately, this is Velma before she became a Warner Brothers self-insert of like, monsters have to be fake. Ugh. So in this, she still has a little bit of personality and likability.
Jinkies.
No, she's supposed to say Jeepers. That's what Scoob taught us.
said Jinkies.
No, in Scoob she said
This
Jeepers.
one, she said Jinkies.
Yeah, I called that out. So anyway, then they get to an Australian rock festival at Vampire Rock. Hey, Australians, comment below if Vampire Rock is a real thing and if vampires are a real part of Australian lore, because there was a park in Sydney that had a Transylvania themed area and a roller coaster, I believe, called Vampire. But anyway, and we heard Phil Lamar's voice. I knew who he was.
Good day.
And then it was like, oh, this is why I picked this movie, because this is I I think either in the show it might have been mentioned in the show, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time I looked it up on Wikipedia, so and Wikipedia never lies.
Never.
Yeah, apparently they think I'm a 10-foot tall black man, but anyway, they don't. I don't have a Wikipedia page. Um the Hex Girls. The Scooby Doo punk rock, or I guess alternative band, right?
Yeah. Punk.
Unfortunately, there's not enough of them in the movie, in my opinion. I think it'd be kind of cool if there was a movie where Scooby Doo and the Hex Girls tried to solve a mystery.
Hmm. Well, they did put
So
their input at the end. So, what had happened to them?
yeah, but only mildly. There's one part where they sing the What's New Scooby Doo intro,
Mm.
and they actually kind of give it some cool. They give it like some coolness, and I mean, it's tough to be cooler than Simple Plan, but still. So, and I like that intro, so don't think I'm mocking them.
So,
So,
this movie kind of kept you guessing because the rock bands that were coming in to compete,
yeah, they were being
some
like
of them were
captured,
being captured, disappearing, and stuff. So, you were trying to figure out who was actually doing it.
and also, there's like dingoes.
To me, they look like wolves or coyotes.
Yeah. Um,
I mean,
essentially take the hyenas from Lion King and get rid of the voices.
that's what I was gonna say. A wolf.
Hmm.
That's like a wolf, not a dingo. I don't know what noise dingoes make. Aren't they more like a donkey?
They make the noise. I'm gonna get your baby.
Oh,
That's how they sound.
sounds British.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't know how they sound.
It's a reference to some line like maybe the dingo ate your baby.
Hmm. Hmm.
Seinfeld taught me that. So anyway, so during this they then go into there's a carnival and there's a cave. Um
And of course,
I
Scooby,
feel Scooby and Shaggy should have probably
they had first watch.
well may I
You could have just muted it.
Why you've seen the news.
It wasn't the news.
Anyway, keep talking.
I don't know what you were leaning towards. Shaggy and Scooby. What were you going to
They
say?
probably should have known something was up when they fed garlic to the vampires and the vampires didn't and that vampire didn't respond.
Right. When they gave it spaghetti.
I was kind of thinking that later on they'd be like, smells like garlic.
Mm.
Because they ate a lot of garlic. And then they were
Only
like
one of them.
and then they were put into like these canning booths or something.
Yeah, they put them.
And like put to maximum, and I was thinking they were gonna come out like all tiny, like from Top Cat, like
Burnt.
no, in like what was his name, Choo Choo or something in Top Cat and the Beverly Hills Cats. Do you remember
Not really.
when that cat was put into the sauna and then it was like turned up really high, and then when he came out, he was like this tall. When Top Cat opened the door, he was like, "What?" Now, do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
We can buy the movie if you want to remember.
Mm-mm.
So anyway,
No, thank you.
um, then then they go into a cave,
Well, Daphne goes in first. No, they went into the cave, and
and then
then
Daphne hid like a trapdoor, and then like
she
walked
ended
in,
up in the cave.
and then like was tired, and then it closed, and I was like, well, danger prone Daphne again.
And then she was being chased, and then she dived into the water down below where Shaggy and Scooby were.
This is this kind of reverts Daphne back to the damsel in distress as opposed to the 80s when they made her more of like a teen mom leader.
Mm,
That has Scrappy Doo, so Warner Brothers can't acknowledge it.
mm, okay. So they end up as a band that was going to be in the Vampire Rock
Yeah.
playoffs, or
And oh,
it's not a playoff, but
meanwhile,
play band
this vampire is
contest.
is abducting bands.
Yep. Well, he's not doing it. Three guys, the other, which you think are vampires, are swooping down, gathering them up, and taking them up to this
Yeah.
Hiawatha. What was his name?
Hiawatha, that's
I
Hawaiian.
know. What was his name? Where's the cover? The vampire, the legend. Hayayuyu?
Of course they won't say it.
Yes, they have to.
No, they don't.
Let me see.
They don't say the name on the back. They don't even acknowledge the Hex Girls.
Yowie Yahoo.
Oh, okay. Is that a reference to Yippee Yappy and Yahooey? Those are Hanna-Barbera characters.
He was a legend. And so the one promoter, his dad kept telling him, don't do this, don't do the concert, bad things are going to happen. And he had a disagreement with his dad, and then his dad finally went off to where he lived. And then the band, the ladies, what were Hex?
The Hex Girls.
They ended up in the outback. The three guys took them to their like cave. They got out, they were wandering the outback, and that's when the promoter's dad found them.
I will say, probably shouldn't have gotten Velma, the character, to sing. Probably should have gotten Daphne to sing.
Why?
Because, Velma was like, being kind of like.
Would you have been able to sing in front of all those people? Yes, you would. Because you would take it as karaoke.
Every year I sing like 2 or 3 times on this podcast. How many times I've done karaoke at Great America tons of times. I did karaoke at Over Texas. I've done karaoke in California. I've done karaoke in Virginia.
I know.
I did karaoke in a store where I was the only one singing, and it was a song where I didn't exactly know the lyrics.
Yep.
Plus, I've gotten other people to do karaoke, so I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I would have been okay singing. Yeah, there's a running gag with Shaggy playing guitar and always breaking a chord. I don't know like how you can do that like that. Um it is it it's this movie on on the Scooby Doo Wikipedia says it's kind of a throwback to the Scooby Doo, but the problem is that the people, the bad guys, they don't say would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids and that puppy.
At the end.
That was the name of the band.
They said it at the end.
The bad guys say that.
Yes.
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Yes.
Okay?
And that's what they called themselves.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what name they would have called themselves.
The Adventurers,
The Scooby
the
Dudes?
Mysterious.
The Scooby Doobies. That was the name of the team on Laffy Olympics.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. Would you recommend this?
I'd recommend it. It's not my favorite of the Scooby Doo direct-to-video movies, but it's way better than Return to Zombie Island. It's way better. I think it's better than Scooby Doo meets Kiss. No offense, C Puff.
I thought it was pretty good. It kept you
It's way
guessing.
better than
It
Scoob.
really kept you guessing. I mean, because other Scooby-Doo movies, you could kind of figure it out halfway through.
Yeah.
But this one, because there were so many different bands that were getting taken, you couldn't really tell who it could have been.
Well, this is the beginning of October. Join us next week. Join us next week when, well, if we're going to review one zombie movie, we might as well review 2 zombie movies. So next week is going to be a double feature. Bye.
Bye.